Hello guys, I'm Jerome Adams with Fight Series, and today I am with...
Oliwier Mizinski from Prime MMA.
How are you, Oliver?
It's not bad, busy day, but a bit tired, it's fine.
We actually should have got this interview done about a month and a half ago, and we've just been missing each other, and a few things have come up, so finally we've made it. It's good to be here, good to see you again after the Fight Series. What was the date again? March... Was it 25th? Was it March 9th? It was March 9th, yeah. Yeah, I should really know that. So, yeah, it would have been bad if I didn't know. March the 9th. And you was actually fighter of the night that night, yeah?
Yeah, it was fight of the night. The whole team pretty much said that I deserve it. Honestly, I'm semi-happy with that fight. I think it was okay, but a lot to improve on. It was a fun event, good fight. Really enjoyed the fight. The opponent was great. He really had heart. He was really tough. Nothing but respect for my opponent, Jack. Yeah, if he's listening to it, yeah, respect, man.
Yeah, it was a good fight. It was literally like it was just non-stop action for the whole time. Like, and that was actually like your K1 like amateur debut, as in like fighting against someone that was an adult and more in 3-2 minutes rather than doing the junior ranks. And how did you find it?
Honestly, I thought it was going to be more tiring. I think the adrenaline just filled me up. I found the interclubs more tiring for some reason. It was definitely tougher than your standard interclub, of course. Yeah. It was 3 minutes, but it was good. I still need to work on my fitness a bit. I was a bit disappointed at how quickly I was essentially tiring out. But I suppose I have all the spinning stuff and the jumping stuff to blame for that. I tried making the fight entertaining, so yeah.
It's funny that you mentioned the spinning stuff, because that was literally about to be the next thing I moved on to. I think it was some of the spinning stuff it was between you and a couple of others, but I think it was, like you said, your entertaining side of it, and the fact that you was telling him to come on, and the fact that you was like you was throwing spinning tornado kicks and things as such. Where does that come from? Like, what made you do that in the fight? Was it the confidence, or is that just your style of fighting?
That's mostly just my style of fighting. I wouldn't say it was like confidence or being cocky or anything. It's just my kind of signature move, I could say. In every interclub, in every fight, whether it's a taekwondo fight, a kickboxing fight, I always need to land at least one tornado kick just to make myself happy.
Okay, so when we have you back on the show, we can definitely expect to see a few more tornado kicks.
I'll try to throw more this time, but it depends on the fighter. I don't want to lose the fight by making it entertaining or being too cocky, spinning around too much. I won't spin around without knowing that I can land it, essentially.
Yeah, I like that. It's all good to be entertaining, but first and foremost, we're here to win, and that's what we put the work in for. That's what the camp's for, is to go out there and win. And as much as we want to entertain, we need the entertainment side of it probably needs to be the secondary side, right?
Well, for the viewer, it's the primary side, I would say, but it's also a very important factor. You want to make your fights entertaining. No one wants to watch a boring fight, especially that people paid money for it. So I'm trying to make it as entertaining as possible for people to come and enjoy the fight, feeling that they got the money's worth. But at the same time, I'm not there to lose either and get battered. I'm here to win and climb up.
We love that. You heard it here first, guys. Entertainment is what he's here to do. So look out for Oliver on the show. He's going to be some entertaining fights for sure. So I heard you mention in one of your answers there, whether it's taekwondo or K1, you always like to throw a tornado kick. So talk to us about that. Is that where your primary background comes from? Is it from taekwondo?
I did ITF Taekwondo the longest, but I started in Muay Thai when I was 5. I used to fight in Warrior Fight Club in Luton. Okay. I did that for around 2 years, if I remember correctly. But then I moved over to Poland, where I did traditional karate for around 2 years as well. And from Poland, I moved over to England again. Mm-hmm. And I was trying to look for something quite similar to karate, since I quite enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. However, there was nothing really close apart from UKTI martial arts, where I started doing taekwondo, and did that for, well, I still do it for a solid 7 years now.
Okay. And so, when you do taekwondo, how does that work? In terms of like, do you still compete with taekwondo, or is it more you just train? What's the setup?
Currently, I focus more on training rather than competing. I feel that taekwondo competitions, even though ITTF is not as WTF, so the Olympic style, it's more kickboxing wise, it's more kickboxing based, there's still more contact. But I feel like they're quite limited. There's, in my opinion, too many rules. The contact needs to be very limited. Also, I climbed up high enough in taekwondo. I don't have a black belt, but I don't really see the point in it. I think that's a very big flaw in taekwondo, how they put a lot of weight on theory and your patterns, all those fundamental movements, instead of the fighting aspect, which is, I'm very against that. I'm not grading because essentially I don't want to do the theory or the patterns. I see the point in it, but I feel they should put more weight on the actual fighting bit of taekwondo than the theory, because then you have black belts who just don't live up to the name and they ruin the reputation of the martial art, which is absolutely wonderful martial art. But I don't think a lot of black belts out there, I don't think they live up to the name of essentially being a black belt. Because I could grab one of the guys from the gym here that trained for a month or two, and they would probably be able to, in a straight fight, just beat the quote-unquote black belt. Okay. I just don't feel they live up to the name.
Okay, that's fair enough. And you're entitled to that opinion. You've done taekwondo for such a long time now. You've seen it. You've experienced it. You've competed in it. So, and you've gone, like you said, you've gone quite high up in the rankings and competing in it. So, yeah, you're definitely the person to have an opinion on it and have a valid opinion. And the way that you speak on it, you can clearly tell that it's coming from a place of experience, and it's coming from a place of care. You care about taekwondo, and you want the best for the sport. That's what it's coming across.
Yeah, I just want to highlight that. I mean, no disrespect to any black belts or any taekwondo practitioners, but some people do not, in my opinion, live up to the name, and I think that the grading should be more strict on the actual fighting aspects rather than theory and patterns, which it's not all the taekwondo schools. A lot of taekwondo schools do put more weight on the theory, but a lot of them also put a lot of weight on theory and pattern instead of the fighting, which ruins the martial art.
I understand. That makes sense. Okay, so moving on. So moving from taekwondo, what made you want to then switch and come into K1?
To a degree, boredom. I got a bit bored of taekwondo. I got good at it, a bit too good in my opinion. But it's also, after the World Championships, I noticed a lot of flaws in the martial art itself and in my own style. How limited my hands were, how there was no grappling in taekwondo, which, yes, some people may disagree. In some patterns, there are some aspects of grappling, but there's no grappling as such. There are no takedowns or nothing like that. So I just started looking around. Originally, I thought I might go boxing to balance it out. Boxing, taekwondo, they both focus on different parts of the body. But then I saw Prime. It was quite close to where I live. I decided to drop in, go kickboxing, but it was more familiar to me than boxing. I didn't want to drop in too deep, if that makes sense. Yes. And I just kind of stayed. I really enjoyed it. It's similar to taekwondo, but not as similar, if that makes sense. It's very different, but I really enjoy it. So I decided to stay.
Okay, I like that. I did hear you say then there's no grappling. So do you also do you actually do jiu-jitsu as well, or is it just the kickboxing side of it?
Currently, I do boxing, kickboxing, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, MMA, and ITF taekwondo. I can't say I enjoy jiu-jitsu as such. I personally don't really like grappling. I don't really like being that close to another person. And I find that a lot of... I'm quite... Well, I wouldn't say I'm bad at it, but it's not my thing, not my level. You can see that clear lack of knowledge. lack of knowledge here. But I still do it to essentially not do it.
Okay.
Because you need to know how grappling works. You need to know how to defend yourself from it, to essentially avoid it.
I totally understand everything you're saying. I'm not the biggest fan of jiu-jitsu. Not as in the sport. I love the sport jiu-jitsu, and it's an amazing sport. And it's very, very good for self-defense as well. Maybe one of the best. But similar to you, I don't really enjoy being that close to to another person, and I want to stand and trade. That's where I'm enjoying. I want to hit someone and I want someone to hit me. I enjoy it. But a lot of people always say to me, is that because I'm quite tall, that I would be really good at jiu-jitsu because it's easier to find spots and to lock people up and stuff like that because you have longer limbs. But I always say back to them, well, wouldn't that then mean that they have more of my limbs to find and lock up? So I'll put that question to you as someone who is, you're quite tall for your age. Which way is it? Is it that it's quite easy to lock people up, or it's quite easy for people to find your long limbs and lock you up?
I would say both. As someone who I train with James a lot, James also used to fight also fought in FS9 in the event. He's a lot shorter than I am, but he's a lot more muscular. Mm-hmm. And it works both ways. Like sometimes it's easier for me to find an angle to like throw myself off the floor to bounce off or to find better angles and positions. But on the other hand, I might think I'm safe and he just finds my leg or finds my arm and just drags me in. Yeah. It goes both ways.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. So can we expect an MMA debut soon? Because I'm hearing that you do jiu-jitsu. I'm hearing that you do MMA classes, K1, boxing. Did you say boxing? Boxing, taekwondo. It sounds like you're just trying to put it all together for the ultimate mixed martial arts.
Maybe not soon. But I am planning on to drop into MMA for at least a while, see how I do it. I don't think my grappling's up to the level yet, though. Okay. So I'm going to wait a bit. But MMA is definitely up there for me. I really want to have a fight in MMA, have a debut. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I love that. So look out for Oliver. He could be next on Fight Series in a K1 bout. He could be next on Fight Series in an MMA bout. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. So I was listening to what you were saying, and you said that you moved to Poland. So tell us a little bit about your backstory. Tell us a little bit about Oliver. Obviously, we can hear that you've got a little bit of an accent. You said that you moved to Poland. So I don't want to assume anything. I'm going to leave it to you to tell us a little bit about you.
I was born in Italy, in Caserta. I butchered the name probably, but yeah. Lived in Bellona, which is a city named after the Roman goddess of war. I lived there for around 2 years, I believe. I don't remember a lot from these times, essentially. Mm-hmm. But then we moved to England. I lived in London for a while. From London, we moved out more into the Luton area. Then, due to some financial, not problems, but just financial reasons, me, my mum, and my brother moved to Poland to live with my grandparents. My dad stayed to earn some more money. I lived in Poland for around 2 years, went there to school, lived near Lublin. And from Poland, we moved back to England, where I went to year 5 and onwards. Currently, I'm in 6th form, and a little fun fact, I completely missed year 4 because I moved to Poland. Because in Poland, the school system works a year backwards. So in Poland, I would be in year 11, not in year 12. And because I moved to Poland, I did year 3 twice. And then I moved back to England, where I got put in by age, and I went straight into year 5.
Oh, wow. So you missed year 4 because you did year 3 twice. I like that. And do you have, is most of your family in the UK? Is most of your family in Poland? Do you have a lot of family in Italy? What's your family set up?
Currently, all my family is in Poland. Okay. In England, I only have my parents and my brother. Okay. And the dog.
Okay, and you can't forget the dog. You can't forget. You said that you train. You did so much training, and I'm just wondering how you found the time to fit that in. Do you train before school as well, after school, during school? What's like your week looking like?
Pure hatred, honestly. I'm currently sitting on maybe 4 hours of sleep. I usually sacrifice quite a bit of my sleep for learning, training. My friends joke that I go to sleep quite early because sometimes I go to sleep at 8 or 9. But I usually just wake up in the middle of the night. I struggle sleeping quite a bit, and then I'll just do stuff in the middle of the night. But mostly after school, I have about an hour. So I go out with the dog, I make some food, eat, then go training straight away, and then come back. Currently, I train only 4 days a week, which is a decrease from 6 days a week. But that's because at mocks, I'm in sixth form, quite a bit of coursework. So I need to find time for that as well.
Of course. So, we usually ask people outside of training and school, what do you find yourself doing? Do you have any other hobbies? But it seems like you don't have time to do anything else. But I will ask, do you have any other hobbies outside of training and school and stuff like that?
3D modeling. I like to do animations and 3D models. I do that. Yeah, it's mainly a hobby. I'm still having trouble texturing, so it's looking right. I enjoy 3D modeling, even though it makes me rage quit quite a bit, especially that my PC doesn't handle rendering well.
Okay.
But 3D modeling, I like airsoft quite a bit. Currently, my gun broke, so I'm gonna need a new one soon.
Okay.
To go back to airsoft.
Yeah.
And I really like art as well in general.
Okay.
Been to a couple of art galleries. I don't know like artists as such or paintings. I just kind of appreciate art. I just walk around, don't really care about the artist much. I just see cool sculpture, cool painting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You are literally one of the busiest people I've ever met, and you're only 17. You find, but it's amazing to see that you actually find something to fill all of your time with, and you're not wasting it. You're enjoying life, and you're really getting out there and seeing things, and it's amazing to see in someone so young. It really is. Where do you get that kind of like not work ethic, but that want to always keep yourself busy?
Well, I'm Polish. It's have to represent the country.
Quite a few Polish friends, so the reason why I find that so funny is because one of my closest friends, actually, he's Polish, and he always tells me, brother, we don't have time to do nothing. We don't.
He's right. We don't have time. We need to do stuff. Work. We need to represent the country.
Yeah, I love that, man. It goes to show that it really is something that's embedded in you guys from very young, and it's being represented by yourself very well. So what's the plan for you moving forward in terms of is martial arts the plan, or is it just you're going to see how it goes and maybe you have something else in the pipeline? What's the plan for you in the future?
Well, ideally finish A levels on a good enough level. I want an A in computer science, A in history, and hopefully at least a C in business. Business isn't going well, for no fault of my own. No names being mentioned, but 60% of our business class is sending on a E or a U. So it's...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we can do the maths on the common factor here. Yeah. But from there, I don't really want to go uni. I don't like the debt aspect of uni. Ideally, I want to go into cybersecurity and grab an apprenticeship. Yeah. Ideally, a degree apprenticeship. My parents really want me to have a degree apprenticeship, but I'll take a normal one either way. Yeah. Maybe software engineering, but I hear that they really want you to have a degree. Okay. While cybersecurity, apparently, they don't want you to go to uni because by the time you're out of uni, the stuff you learned is really outdated, and that's extra retraining costs and such. So probably cybersecurity. I also want to continue with fighting up to when I'm 25 or 30-ish. After that, that's when most of the injuries happen, essentially, and I would like to avoid that. You can see a lot of fighters with good legacies just not being able to let go of the sport, and they just end on a lot of loose streaks. They injure themselves permanently. I would very much like to avoid it. I want to leave at slightly past my prime, have a good legacy, and live a good life, essentially.
You just got you to have. It's very rare that you come across someone who's 17 who really has the level of maturity that you have, and it must be an absolute credit to your parents, because at 17, like I said, to be speaking the way that you are and to have the goals, the plans, and to know exactly step by step what you want to do, and to even say, well, if it isn't that, it's going to be that, and then to know when you want to fight, for how long for, and when you want to get out, and exactly why you want to get out. It is absolutely amazing to see. And I understand, because off camera you said to me that you was running the classes, and now I can totally understand why your coach feels that your gym is in safe hands with a 17-year-old, because you are super mature for your age, and well done. That's like, I don't know what else to say other than well done, and credit to your mum and dad. Well done. You guys are really, really doing well.
You can see it's quite weird when people ask me about my age. I often like to play games with people. When they ask me about my age, I ask them, how old do you think I am? And I tell them before that, I told them that I do martial arts for over 12 years now. And you can see the gears turning in the brain, thinking, oh, okay, he's running the classes. He looks young, but he did it for 12 years. Everyone always answers 20 or above. And the shock on people's faces when I tell them I'm 17. Yeah. It's something between shock and, I suppose, endorsement maybe, because it's quite odd for a 17-year-old to be put in charge of a gym and actually proper run classes, which it even feels odd for me because I teach mainly adult classes. So by just standing in front of 30, 40-year-old men and telling them what to do, it just feels very odd. It just feels very odd for me.
Yeah, I can actually imagine. But the fact that you're able to do it, just shows the leadership that you have. And it means that moving forward, it wouldn't even surprise me to hear that you had your own gym and to hear things like that, because you're displaying leadership from 17, and that's absolutely amazing to see. On that note, I think we've actually had a really good interview, and thank you for your time, Oliver. It's been great to get to know you a bit. It's been great to hear what your goals and aspirations are. And from me and from everyone at the show, we absolutely wish you nothing but the best moving forward. And hopefully we'll see you down on the show again soon.
Definitely, I'll definitely drop in. I'll honestly take any fight. But your show was really great. Really, thank you for coming down. Thank you for the interview. Respect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you very much.